Welcome to the studio. It's Froyle here and I'm so glad you've joined me. Now a few months ago I had some questions about jelly plates. Which ones do I use? Which ones do I prefer? Are there any difference with the brands? I was creating some videos for beginners using the gel plates and it's a really good question. I have my preferred gel plates, but I decided it would be good to test out some of these cheaper plates and see if they're as good or not as good, or are they an absolute waste of money? Is it really worth using cheaper gel plates? So I reached out to Gelelf and I asked them, would you send me a couple of your gel plates to try? I'm going to do a review, and they responded with yes. Which is very exciting because look at the incredible big box they sent me of their products. Today we're going to try them, test them, road test them, really work them and see if they're any good, because they are on the cheaper end of the spectrum when it comes to gel plates. So this is the massive box they sent me, and I really can't complain now, can I? So let's have a look and see what we've got. Minus all the packaging, it's pretty exciting. There's a lot in this box. We have a square plate, which is, no, it's not a square plate. It's a round plate. Oh, now that's a little exciting. I'm a little excited by that. I've actually really wanted a round plate. Yes, we're going to be testing the round plate today. Beautiful, beautiful size. What size is it? That is a 20 centimeter in diameter round plate. Yes, loving that idea. Putting it aside, we're going to be testing that one. What else have we got here? I better not say what they are until I open the box because I could be wrong again. This one, it looks like it's going to be a 5x7 plate. Now, it has a little bit of information about gelelf.com, where imagination takes place in every print. Nice slogan, pretty good. Information on the printing plate, usage instructions, Gelelf sizes. What size is this one? Let's have a look. This one is a 5x7. That was a pretty good guess. 5x7. Now, it has a plastic sleeve on it. It doesn't come in the really hard plastic storage containers like the Jelly Arts plates do. I do have Jelly Art plates. They're the only ones I have. So it doesn't come in one of those storage clamshells, but you can always get storage boxes or tins. I've seen tins on Amazon. So you can always find storage options for them. Now, this has got a very nice little acetate plastic sleeve protection. I don't know what you call this, but it's got it on it both sides, which is really good. That was really easy to get off, so that's a good start. I do like the 5x7. They're really good for basically rolling paint on when you're doing it on bigger plates. I know I tend to be bigger rather than smaller, but they are really helpful. That's that box. Oh man, what have we got in the tiny box? Tiny, tiny. Look at that. Oh, that's a bit cute. That's really a little bit cute. They are shapes. That's going to be a circle, square, and a triangle. You know what these are really good for? I did this recently in my new Skillshare class. I was using the gel plate for a stamp. Basically, I was putting the stencil onto the plate and then using the plate like a stamp. They're really good for that. We might do a bit of that too. Okay. Man, we're going to be busy today. We're going to be jelly printing like a crazy person. Right, that's that. Oh, what else have we got? Oh, that's pretty good. That looks like it's some kind of acrylic board, which I find really helpful to put the gel plate on so you can move it around. That's what I'm thinking it's for. There's no instructions for it. So if you've got the plate and you put it on this and you're doing something and you can pick it up off your table and move it somewhere else. I actually use acrylic chopping boards for that very reason, because I want to work on a few gel plates at the same time, especially with the techniques that require a lot of drying. So we are going to be doing those techniques today. I'm figuring that we should try all of the usual techniques that I like to do on the gel plate with these Gelelf products and see if they hold up, right? We need to give them a really good run through. Oh, these are stencils. That's pretty cool. Some new stencils. There's quite a few stencils. That's always helpful. We like stencils. Righto, righto. We might even give the stencils a road test as well. What have we got in here? Oh man, these are more stencils. That's pretty fun. We've got some more stencils. Ta-da, ta-da! Well, we might definitely have to road test some of the stencils. I think they're on Yupo paper. Yes, they are. That'll be fine. What else have we got? Oh, look, there's an acrylic block. That one's for the fabulous little one. Yes, yes, I'm going to try it. Absolutely. What's in here? How exciting. Oh, it's a Baron. Look, I can be really fancy now and rub it on the paper instead of using my hands. Ah, well, let's try that. Yes, we're going to be trying that. What's in this one? I know, isn't it a big box full? Pretty excited when it came. Pretty heavy. Shipping must have been huge. All the way here to beautiful New Zealand. Lovely, lovely size that one is, which is, let me get my tape measure out. That one is a 6-inch square plate. Beautiful, loving that. And then there's another little acrylic, yay, plate for that. Oh, that's going to be for that one. Oh, that's quite helpful. Yes. So there's an acrylic plate for this one. That would also make a good stamp, because I probably wouldn't print on this something this small, but I do find I can create great stamping with this smaller size. I think we might have some more stencils because we haven't quite got enough stencils. Yes, yes, some more stencils. Fabulous. And now it's getting exciting because the boxes are getting bigger. Bigger's always better. Oh, I thought it was a plate that's in here, but it's not. Ta-da, ta-da. Look at that. That's a measuring tool. Not that I've ever used one, because why would you measure something? But that you put like that, and you put your plate there, and then you put your paper on, and your paper you can put on those lines, and then you can measure and put it the same way each time. So if you're doing multiple prints and you want your prints to line up, this is what you do to line up your paper so it prints in the exact same place. I know, that's pretty clever. Fabulous. That's going to be handy. We might have to try that one day, but probably not today because there's too many other exciting things that I want to do. Like, hello, look how exciting this is. That is a pretty nice size. That is, let me tell you, this one is 12 inches or 30 centimeters. So that's a really nice size, 12-inch square. Oh, that's the size of the canvas that I was working on last week. That would fit the whole stencil on it, and then we could put it on the canvas. Yes, yes, possibilities are endless. Let's have a look at this one. This will be a, what do you think, 10 by 8? Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. Is this our standard 10 by 8? Yes, it is. That was a pretty good guess, don't you think? So there's a beautiful standard 10 by 8 plate, roughly. I pretty much have used this size plate for most of my jelly printing years. It's only recently, because I got really obsessed with jelly printing, that I started getting different size plates. Now the 9 by 12 is my favorite, but you know, it might be changing pretty quick. What size is this one? Let's have a look here. Oh man, that's beautiful. So beautiful. They're so beautiful and big. This is a 12 by 14. They're so clean and clear. And that's how they all start out. They don't stay that way for long. So that's like the big plate that I use already is the 12 by 14. That's a great size. Love it. I've been obsessively creating with my mask on this size and they have worked beautiful. So we might have to do that and test to see if the Gelelf one is as good as the Gelli Arts one I've been using. But wait, there's more. Let's have a look at this one. Oh man, this might even rival Libby's one that she's got. And I did say that I really wanted the big one like Libby's got. Ta-da! Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's amazing. Instructions, awesome. Look at that. Yes. That's going to fill up my whole view. What size is this one? I think I need to work on the big one today. What do you think? That's a 20-inch by 16-inch. 16 by 20 inches of jelly printing fun. I just want to roll on it. Right, now if I can possibly contain myself enough to actually do something useful, I'm thinking I'm going to pull out my paints. I think I might pull out my favorite paints because I'm going to definitely splash around. Let's do some of the techniques that I really love. Let's get the water happening. Let's get some multiple layers happening. Oh, maybe an image transfer because we really do need to give these plates a good test to see if the cheaper plates are worth the price. Right, so I've cleared off my desk and I know I'm a little excited. Now, they don't come in the clamshell like I said, but the cardboard is pretty stiff and I'm thinking you could pack them back into the cardboard box if you want to store them or put them somewhere because that is a pretty good solid box to put it in. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with the ones I'm not using straight away, although I'm a bit keen to have a little play with most of them today, and I think I'd like to use all of the other wonderful products that they sent me. It was very nice of them to send me such a very big box of beautiful products. Right, so this is the 10 by 8-ish, I'm thinking. Might be a little tiny bit more either way, not sure. Straight out of the plastic. Let's take the sellotape off. And then we just have this beautiful piece of, is it acetate? Not sure. Plasticky stuff that keeps it all clean and together. Oh, it's quite sticky. Interesting. I think I'm going to use this. This also came in the box. This is an acrylic board, which I really enjoy using because I do like to move the gel plates when things are drying. So I'm going to put this particular plate onto this, and then we're going to use some of the techniques that I really like using so that we can give the gel plates a good test. Right, that's off all the packaging. Oh man. So I'm going to put the gel plate on the acrylic board. Would you call it that? I don't know, man. Ta-da, ta-da. Look how clean it is. Oh, you forget how beautiful they start. This is going to be tester number 1. It's very sticky. That would be my first thought. It is very sticky. That might settle down once we've taken a few prints, but we won't really know until we do. So I think we should start with just a single colour print to get the gel plate going. And perhaps we'll start with a magenta. Just take a single print, find some paper, because we want to give the plate a little it's very sticky. I know that's the third time I said that, I know, but I'm giving you an honest review, and this will be an honest review. If they're no good and it's not going to work, I'm going to let you know, so don't worry about that. When I first get the Gelli Arts printing plates, when you first buy them, I find they've got like a mineral oil on top of them, and they kind of disperse when you're first printing. But that doesn't feel like this. This feels sticky. So we're just going to do this and pull the first print. And then we're going to do some of the techniques that I really love doing and see if it holds up. And if it doesn't, I'll let you know. Paint on, paper on, pull the print. Well, it's pulling off perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at that. Beautiful magenta, one colour print. Well, I mean, what does it feel like? It still feels sticky, but hey, it worked. So let's try something a bit more tricky. Now, if we want to wipe off the magenta, how well does it wipe off? Yeah, perfectly fine. Little baby wipes getting that magenta off. That works perfectly fine. No worries at all. How does it compare to my Gelli Arts one? Well, let's have a look. So this is the 9x12 Gelli Arts plate that I'm using at the moment on my acrylic board that I love. This is the Gelelf plate that I've just unwrapped. Are they much different in the thickness? Not really. Can you see much difference in that thickness? Maybe the Gelelf one's a tiny bit thicker. Or maybe the Gelli Arts one's just worn down. Anyway, there's no difference there. They are a little different size, but you know, I did get quite a few different sizes. They feel just as spongy. That still feels a little sticky, but other than that, meh. At the moment, it's much a muchness. So we'll just have to work on it and see. Look how beautiful and clean it is. I know, I did clean my plate the other day with baby oil, but it does have this permanent stain to it. Doesn't affect the printing at all. I read the instructions on the Gelelf plate and it says that it won't discolour. Do we believe that? I don't know so much. Everything discolours. So how about we try image transfer? You know how much I love image transfers. Let's go with the muted grey on the plate. Try not to put on too much. That never ends well. Ooh, it's still sticky. Just saying. You might hear me say it a few times. Now, I'm used to a bigger plate and I am heavy-handed, so that's a little too much paint for an image transfer. Let's just take some of that off, because we want to give it a fair go, right? We want it to work, right? That's better. I've got this one. Got this colour copy of my little treasure. Oops, it's a smaller plate like I just said. She doesn't quite fit, but it doesn't really matter because we're just doing a test anyway. We're testing the plate, not the image transfer. So let's see how that went. Oh, I was a bit worried then. Did you hear my silence? That's okay, that's okay. It might have even been a little less paint. Maybe I rolled off too much paint. I know, you've got to readjust every time you get something new. That's perhaps not as much paint as I would like to put on, but she's all right. She usually works well for a transfer, and let's put some colour on that. It's not too bad for a brand new plate, that's for sure. Now, what have we got? What about some bubblegum pink? I've pulled out my MEEDEN pack because these colours are fun and she does look fun in this image. I have used this image before. I always like to get a couple of images done at the warehouse stationery when I get them because I know I'm going to use them and they're great for doing examples like I'm doing right now. So a few colours on the plate. Bit of pink, bit of red. What else do we want? Do we want some purple? She should be wearing purple. Do we want true purple? Yes, sure, why not? Maybe not too much. Maybe just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Let's put that there. Oh, she so suits that color. Let's roll out into the red, get a little bit more dramatic. I'm just going to give the brayer a white because I want that top color to roll out by itself. Look at that, beautiful. Bubblegum pink, I think it's called. Let's do that right over her face. So now we've got a couple of really groovy colors just to go with those groovy pants she's wearing. Right, paper on. Going to give it a few minutes, bit of a rub. And there we go. We'll pull that print. And what are we going to do next? I'm thinking I'm busting to try the round plate. So how about we pull out the round plate? Oh, I forgot my brayer. Ta-da, ta-da, look what I've got now. I'm so fancy. Really? Is that what it's for? I don't know, man. I thought it would be softer. Not convinced about that one, but that's okay. Right, let's have a look and see how she's printed up. Hope she's dry. That's always the problem. It's pulling off easy, just saying. Did feel sticky, but it's not stopping the paint from pulling off. Look, it's pulling off really clean too. Oh man, can't complain about that. There you go, there she is, my little hipster. Image transfer straight on, beautiful colors straight off the plate. That was not a problem. So tick for image transfer. What are we going to do next? Yes, the round one. Pulling out the round one out of the packet. We'll see if this one's as sticky as the last one. Plastic off. Yeah, it does feel as sticky. Maybe that will wear off. I don't know. It doesn't have that kind of mineral oil coating like the Gelli Arts plates has, where the paint kind of all beads up. It just feels sticky. That's all I can say about that. Oh man, where's my acrylic board? Don't have one. Okay, so I'm thinking let's use the 5x7. So look at me busting out all these plates. Fantastic. So exciting. I suppose I could leave this one on it. All right, we'll leave the back on that one. Let's use some beautiful rich gold. What's not to love? A little bit of rich gold. The 5x7 is going to be my palette. Oh man, I think I need a smaller brayer. Let's use that one. And pulling out one of the stencils. That's pretty. Let's try that. Now, there was quite a few stencils in the box. They're thin Yupo paper. I think they would probably be all right. I don't know that they would survive me for very long because I'm pretty hard on my stencils, on everything really. Righto, the 5x7 is a fabulous palette, and then what you can do is pull that print once you've finished printing, and then that gets used up as well. I love that. It's all a bit of fun. Yes, I think I might need more than that. We need some more paint. That's not doing enough. What about if I just squirt it on? Oops, that might be too much. Oopsies, that's too much. It'll be fine. We're experimenting, remember? We're trying ideas, seeing how it goes. You can't get too stressed out if it doesn't work exactly perfect. It'll be all right. Stencils on, beautiful gold. Look at that. That's a pretty nice pattern. I might just wipe the edge because it was a square stencil on a round plate. And I don't think I want to wait. I don't want to wait. Let's use that. That's the print that we took first. Now, if I had the lining up tool, I could have lined it up, but I don't. Let's have a look and see how that printed. Hope it's dry. It was a lot of paint I put on there. Look, it's beautiful. Yes, look at that. My first ever gel print on a round plate. I'm so excited. That looks beautiful. Love the round plate. Might have to do some more of those. That's a whole lot of fun. The stencil worked well. Don't know what's with that. It didn't pick the paint up there, but that's okay. I could put little touch-ups there of the gold if it really bothered me enough, but that's pretty nice. That's where they stuck there on the plate. Interesting, don't you think? Little petals, or is that, oh no, have a look what that is. That's actually little pieces of the stencil. That's what that is. That's because they have it come out once they've cut it out of the machine. So they might, yes, they'll flick off. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Well, that's that. Easy peasy. The plate works well, and that's what really matters. The print's rather beautiful. Now, I think I should bust out the big one. Well, maybe not the big one. Maybe just the bigger one. Okay. Right, so I've pulled out the 12 by 14 inch gel plate. Absolutely beautiful and clean. Ta-da-ta-da! And brand new. Yes, it is a little sticky, but they seem to be working all right. Now I'm going to do some layered techniques with this one, some of my favorite layered techniques. And let's start with some muted pink. I want to put some multiple layers on the plate using the water technique that I really love. So let's try it and see if it's going to pull up the multiple layers, the fabulous splashing everything with water. Might even throw on some inks. Let's get something a little more experimental happening and see if our fabulous new Gelelf plate is going to handle it, because it does have to handle a lot of loving in my studio. Right, we're going to start with an image transfer because it's just fun. We're going to put it onto that side of the plate, and while we're doing that, maybe we'll just add some stamps. Okay, let's do that then. Let's add a few of these to add a little decoration to the side. Put the image transfer on, and then I think we'll throw on some water, some more paints, and let's see if the plate handles the multiple layers and techniques. Transfers on, not too bad, not too bad. Good to see that the plate handles the transfers. I'm going to add some more of this stamp on it. Maybe we want some here. Okay, let's add some there. Want to just break up the paint a little so we can get other colors into it. I might spray on some water just to break up this paint a little. Now remember, when you're doing this technique, you do have to allow each layer to dry. Yes, I know it's a drag, but it looks really good. I'm just breaking up these areas of paint so that when I put the next color on, you're going to see that through and it's not going to be so thick and blocky, because there was just not enough interest happening and I want it to be more textural. Right, so let that dry. I put the next layer of paint on. That has to dry. I think I'll do 2 layers, but we'll make it quick for you because I know how patient you are. The print turned out absolutely fabulous. We've got the base coat with the image transfer of the door, added some paint, added some water, added some beautiful Eyes Inks in Gold Mine. I love this spray. Added some more paint. And some more layers. I was absolutely determined to do this water technique, creating these fabulous textures, because it's a really good test for the plate. Image transfer is a great test for the plate. All of the printing is a really good test, but sometimes these tricky techniques can really showcase whether or not the plate's working or not, and I haven't found any problems. Other than being a little sticky, they don't seem to be any different from the Gelli Arts plate, and if you keep them in the cardboard box that they come in, then maybe you might not miss the clamshell. Now, of course, I had to keep printing. I just couldn't not. I love that circle shape. I'm so excited by all of these plates. I even had a little go with the tiny ones, creating some stamping. I know, it's so much fun. Now I have a whole heap of gel plates. I'm pretty happy Gelelf sent them to me. I've had a good test and I can give a positive review. Although I didn't really like the stencils, they were just too thin. I loved using mine, of course. The Yupo paper is thicker, makes a difference. I haven't actually tested out the measuring tool, but I will one day, and I wasn't fussed on the brayer, but I think it's because I'm really so used to rubbing it with my hands, I kept forgetting it was there. So which of these prints do you like the best? I'm a little partial to my brand new beautiful stencil, which you can find at PM Artist Studio, and don't forget the discount code. I do keep telling you, but sometimes you forget and then you message me and tell me that you forgot. So I'm telling you again, there's a discount code. The new stencils are called the Journey Home, and don't they look fabulous on the circle plate? I'm loving it. Really enjoyed using these plates. The big size is so exciting. I didn't bust it out today, but you know I will. I'm absolutely going to. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want more information, you know you're going to find it in the description under the video. Head to PM Artist Studio and have a look at the fabulous stencils and stamps, or you can find more information on my website at froyalart.com, and I hope you come and join me again next time.